methylchlorosulfonol, Hammamlysus virginiana extract, Melaleuca alternifolia leaf oil, cocoa Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the RealZedbee. I use this platform to share about my lock journey as well as share tips and tricks on how to style and maintain your locks from the comfort of your own home. I like products. I know a lot of lock people are like,
oh, you don't really need to be using all those products on your hand.
Blah blah blah, but I like products, right? And I like buying products. I think I'm a consumer. I like trying out new things, and I like supporting brands that speak to me. So yes, I do like to use products. And if you also are a person who likes to use products, then you probably know that trying to read a product list or an ingredients list on a product becomes very intense very quickly, because a lot of the time on the product bottle they use the scientific names, and I don't know anyone fresh off the street who can actually interpret these names right off the bat. You know, so I'm going to give you some little tricks that you can use to read the back of every single product that you buy. I'm also going to give you some ingredients that you should look out for, ingredients that you should take as a red flag and stay away from, and ingredients that you sort of search for and look for in a product because they do good things to your hair. So yes, that is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to teach you how to read an ingredients list of your hair care products. If this is something that you're interested in, please stay around. So firstly, you might be asking yourself, why is it actually important to know how to read an ingredients list from a product? Basically, you want to know what you are putting into your hair, right? You don't want to put products into your hair or ingredients into your hair that may cause allergic reactions, or that may react badly with your hair in stripping out its moisture, or products that will outright damage your hair. So you need to know exactly what you're looking out for in order to stay away from products that do that, right? Also, another thing, you can't take our word for it. You know, a lot of people these days are in their bag, and some people may be recommending you products because they're getting paid to do so. So don't just take everyone's word for it. Just because everyone says a product is good and well, you also need to get comfort for your own self that that product is a good product to use on your hair. So if you have the skill of being able to read a product label, then you are less likely to be fooled by people who say a product is good when it's actually not that good. Also bear in mind that the way that product lists are structured is that you will have the highest concentrated product at the beginning, and it just goes from highest to lowest concentration as you go down the product list. So what you are looking at, or what you should be focusing on, is your first 5 products that appear on the list, because it's highly likely that those are of the highest concentration of product. Some ingredients work effectively in small doses, some ingredients work effectively in high doses, and some are just sort of like restricted to a certain dose amount. They might appear at the tail end of a product list, but the dosage that is in them is probably highly damaging to your hair. Note, I'm not a chemist, I'm not a scientist, I'm just trying to share with you a skill that I have picked up along the way. So yeah, let's get into the ingredients that you should be on the lookout for and try to stay away from. So the first one is sulfate. How can you pick up if a product has sulfates? So the sulfates that you should be on the alert for are sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium laureth sulfate, ammonium lauryl sulfate, and ammonium laureth sulfate. So those 4 sulfates are some of the most potent sulfates that can be in your products. And look, I'm not saying do not at all use sulfates, because sulfates do contain good properties. For example, they are absolutely amazing at cleansing and clarifying and purifying your hair. However, if you're going to use products with sulfates all of the time, like maybe on a daily basis, or shampoos that contain sulfate on a weekly basis, what is going to happen is that your hair is going to be stripped of its natural oils and moisture, because that is exactly what these sulfates do. They strip out even your natural sebum, because they come in there and they just clean. They come in there and they clean everything that is in their site, and they end up attacking all the natural oils that your scalp excretes and your hair naturally is supposed to contain. So just be careful when you're using products that have sulfates. Yeah? So, for example, I have a shampoo here. This is the Jabustone Moisture Treatment Shampoo. We are going to see if this shampoo contains any of the sulfates that we are looking for, and where on the ingredients list we can find these sulfates. Okay, so we're going to turn over to the back of the bottle. Okay, so there I've already found one, and it contains sodium laureth sulfate, and it is the second ingredient on this list. So if I was at the store and I saw this, I would have my alarm bells ringing saying, ooh, be on the lookout that this has a high concentration of sodium laureth sulfate. So if you're someone who's trying to be sulfate free, then you are probably not going to buy this product, right? But as I said, in shampoos, it's highly likely that you will find some sort of sulfate in it, because shampoos are supposed to help you clarify your hair. But then there are some shampoos that don't contain sulfates that also clarify and purify your hair. And there's also ways using ingredients such as apple cider vinegar that you can clarify your hair without putting in a strong sulfate in it. The next thing that you should be on the lookout for is parabens. I started trying to learn about my hair and learn about natural hair. All I can hear people say is paraben free, paraben this, paraben that. Oh my God, mellow paraben. What the heck is a paraben? Right? So paraben is an ingredient that basically mimics the hormone estrogen. So if you're using products that have parabens in it, it means that over time, as much as you use them, it is highly likely that it will cause some sort of friction and some sort of hormone imbalance in your hair, in your scalp, in your skin, in your body. Okay, and you don't want to be putting things that are going to put your hormone balance off, because that sounds kind of dangerous, right? So these you should stay away from. Like, just cut it. Just don't go there. If you see anything that ends in the word paraben, then put that thing back on the shelf, because like really, you don't need to be dealing with hormonal imbalances. We already have a lot of hormonal stuff going on as women, so to put products in your hair or on your face or on your body. This also goes for like products that you use to maybe like moisturize your body, like products that you use on your body as well can contain parabens. So you should be on the lookout for paraben and take it as a red flag. It is an absolute no-no. So let's take another example and see if we can find a paraben from this shampoo. Okay, so this is a paraben-free shampoo. There's no parabens in the shampoo, so I'm going to look at another product. This is the Jabulstone. Okay. A lot of my products are Jabulstone, okay, so please don't come for me. We've already covered. If you're new on this channel, we've already covered and established the fact that Jabulstone is my favorite Loc hair care brand. So let's stop. Okay, so this is the Jabulstone multi-purpose spray, and let's see if it's going to contain any parabens in the ingredients. Then this contains methyl paraben. So this contains a paraben. So no. No. Probably if you see paraben, put it back on the shelf. Nah. But yeah, I already used this, but yeah. Okay, so another thing that you should be on the lookout for as someone who has locks in particular is silicones. Now, silicones can be a good thing for loose natural hair people, because what silicones do is they add a nice like slip to the product, nice detangling qualities to the product. They are amazing at sort of like creating a smoothing out your hair strand. They're amazing at that. They're also amazing at protecting your hair against heat. So if you're someone who blow dries their hair on a regular basis, or someone who uses curling irons and hair straighteners and all manner of heat on your hair, direct heat on your hair, then products with silicone are going to be good products for you to look out for. However, if you have locks, we've already covered the fact that when you have locks, you do not want to detangle your hair, because the way that locks form is that your hair needs to tangle. So if you are using a product with silicone, it means that your hair is going to detangle, it's going to smooth, right? It's not going to retain its frizz, it's not going to mangle and tangle around each other into the rope like strands that we try to create when we do our locks. So you as a locked person are going to be on the lookout for silicones to say no. So you're going to try to stay away from products, especially if you have starter locks and your hair hasn't fully locked yet. Try to stay away from silicones. If your hair is more mature, then you can use products with silicones in it, because it will help protect your hair against heat if you are someone who regularly uses heat on their hair. So how do you know when a product has silicone in it? So what you'll be on the lookout for is anything adding in the word cone. So we're going back to our two Jabulstone products as an example. So we're going to look here. Oh yeah, so this has no silicones in it. And then let's see this one. It's highly likely that your silicones will come in the products that you use to like style or finish off your hair, right? So this, but basically what you are on the lookout for is cone at the end of your product name. Then you know that's the thing. The last thing that you should take as a red flag and look out for and be cautious for is for drying alcohol. Now, examples of drying alcohol are SB alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, alcohol denat. I see that one a lot. Ethanol or ethyl. The list is endless, but those are the top 5 that I have seen in products. So be on the lookout for those, because those are also like harsh and they strip your hair out of its moisture. So really try to stay away from those. But with alcohols, you should see where they appear on the product list. If they are in the top 5, put it back on the shelf. If they are somewhere there at the bottom, because one thing about alcohols is they assist a product. Sometimes they assist the product's ability to distribute in your hair. They sometimes assist a product in being thick and creamy. Sometimes they assist a product in just doing what it needs to do. So it's not all bad, but if it's of a high concentration, then put it back on the shelf. If it's just there as an afterthought at the end, then you can probably be comfortable in using a product with those alcohols in them. So let us see. This is the shampoo. This has got some alcohols. This has benzyl alcohol, which is a good alcohol. So it's not one of the drying ones that I just spoke about. This also has alcohol denat, but it is pretty close to the end of the product list. So how do you know if something contains alcohol and it's not the alcohols that are spoken about? A rule of thumb is to look for anything that ends in "nol," right? So ethanol, and then another way is to look for products that have "thol" at the end. So ethyl, thol and nol are big, like that is an alcohol. Then what should you look for in a product? So I'm going to share with you some ingredients that you should look for, because these are good ingredients. They're going to do good things to your hair. The first thing that you should look out for are your proteins. Proteins help strengthen your hair. So if you spot a protein in whatever product that you are going to buy, it's highly likely that it's going to strengthen your hair, and you really want your locks especially to be strengthened the longer that they get, because the longer that they get, the more heavy that they're going to be and the more pressure that they're going to apply on your roots. So yeah, protein should be one of the things that we look out for in our products, because we want our hair to grow nice and healthy and strong. So a protein that I see a lot in hair care products is the protein keratin. There's a whole host of other proteins that you can look out for, but yeah, you should look out for these proteins because they are going to help your hair grow nice and strong. And then the next thing that you should look out for is anything that is going to add moisture or retain moisture. So for example, water. Water will appear as aqua. If water is the first ingredient on the list that you see, or in the first 5 ingredients that you see in a product, then you are happy, because it means that that product has a high concentration of water, and water is the thing that we need to moisturize our hair. So water, be on the lookout for water. So for example, this shampoo, the first ingredient on this list is water, aqua. The first ingredient on this is aqua, water. So if you see it as the first ingredient on the list, do a little bit of a victory dance, because that is a good thing. And then you're going to look out for ingredients that are going to retain moisture in your hair. These ingredients are glycerin, castor oil, and propylene glycol. So keep those three in mind, write them somewhere in your phone, and yeah, so those are the ingredients that you're going to look out for if you really want your hair to retain moisture. So let's go back to our two examples, and we are going to be on the lookout for proteins and moisture retention ingredients. So as you said, this has water in it. It also contains, I saw it just now, it also contains propylene glycol. So we are happy that this is going to help retain moisture. And as you can see, this product has both sulfates and it's got things that are going to help retain moisture. So as much as it's going to strip out moisture, it also has ingredients that are going to help replenish that moisture back into your hair. So if you see a product with sulfates, then don't read it in isolation. Also look to see what are the other ingredients it is working with, and see if maybe it doesn't contain ingredients that are going to help add moisture back. So you can get the best of both worlds of getting your hair nice and cleansed and also getting moisture replenished back. Okay, so let's look at the multi-purpose spray. This has both glycerin and propylene glycol in it. So yeah, this also has the qualities to be able to retain moisture in your hair. So yeah, I know I haven't covered every single ingredient that there is out there, every single ingredient under the sun, but that is like literally impossible. So you might be asking, but then what about the ingredients that we didn't cover in this video? How am I gonna know what the rest of my ingredients mean, right? So I have come across a website that you can use. I think they also have an app that you can use. It is called enquiries.com. So basically what this website does is that it basically has a database of all of the scientific names for each ingredient that appears in your products. So if you're looking for an ingredient, you would literally go to enquiries.com and then you would write the scientific name or the ingredient that you see and you don't recognize in the search bar, and then it will literally tell you what that ingredient is. So for example, if you go and search the word ethanol, then it's going to tell you alcohol. It's kind of like Google Translate for hair ingredients. So yeah, it's very quick and easy. You can do it on the phone. You can do it while you're shopping in the hair care products aisle. So it's like literally quick, simple, so that you can know like each and every ingredient on the list, what it is, and especially like ingredients that you might be allergic to. If you glance at the ingredient list, you won't be able to decipher or to decode whether you're allergic to something, but if you go on that website, plug in the name, then you'll be able to know exactly what is in your hair products. Okay, my little Einsteins, I hope I have provided some light on how better you can read product labels. And I have a bonus tip for you guys, and it's that practice makes perfect. So you really need to exercise this muscle, and the more you do it, the more the better you will become at reading your ingredients list. So I have included some other lock maintenance videos on the screen so that you can better navigate the maintenance of your locks. Head over to that playlist if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.